the SLS energy to my hometown. Let's make history.
We are 2 stops into this 2025 SLS season, and things have kicked off in full force. This year's SLS Championship Tour is all about 2 paths: arena events and these new spot takeovers. Arena events bring that classic SLS format on a full course, and takeovers are all about big tricks on raw, street-inspired spots. Skaters earn season points at both, and those standings decide who makes it to the Super Crown at the end of the season. The top 2 skaters who dominate all year will even earn a straight shot into the Super Crown final. All roads lead to Sao Paulo, and today we are in Brasilia for our second spot takeover. Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in and joining us. I'm Paul Zitzer, along with the 2011 Super Crown World Champion Sean Malto. It doesn't get any better than that. And it doesn't get any better than this here today. But just a few weeks ago, Sean, we were in Santa Monica for the first spot takeover. What stands out to you about these takeovers?
Yeah, these takeover events are so sick. The footprint of the actual course is smaller, so the fans can get a lot closer. It's a lot more personal. And this is like an open ground festival here. There's local food vendors, there's stages for DJs, there's zip lines.
Yeah, pretty
and
sick.
It's free.
Nah, couldn't get any better. And the place is packed. The Brazilian fans once again turning out. And as we've mentioned, all roads lead back here to Brazil in December when we have the Super Crown Championship in Sao Paulo. Sean, you summed up what's at stake here in Brasilia. Let's listen in.
For the first time ever, SLS touches down in Brasilia, Brazil, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Luan Oliveira makes his long-awaited return to competition on home soil, and with crucial points on the line, every skater is battling to secure a spot at this year's Super Crown. The biggest story? Felipe Gustavo, skating just minutes from where he grew up. Years of hard work and dreams bigger than he could ever imagine all started right here. He's proud to welcome SLS to his hometown, and he's chasing his first ever win in Brazil. This one's personal.
And this one is personal indeed. And the third member of our team, Andrew Cannon, is with Felipe Gustavo.
We're waiting on Felipe right now. He's heading over. You can see him running across the course. He's definitely getting mobbed down here in his hometown. Hello, Felipe. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Really just super excited today. Dream coming true. I'm just tears of joy, brother. Today, just joy, enjoying the moment.
You've been dreaming of this moment for so long. Does it feel real yet?
Man, it's like everyone that's seen just being so great to me. Like, man, thanks so much for bringing this to the city, you know? Like today, seeing all these people together here, man, it's just a dream come true for real.
You've skated in front of Brazilian crowds at SLS so many times. How different is it to be here in front of your hometown crowd that shaped you and your family?
Man, I never skated a pro contest here. Since I left in 2007, I was here, and I never competed in my hometown, you know? So this for my people today, man. I'm excited. There's people here that never see me skate in real life, so today's the day. I'm excited, man.
Well, we wish you the absolute best of luck, and I know the crowd's going to go wild. So best of luck out there, and I hope you kill it.
Boy or girl today?
I'm going to go boy for you. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, and there's a look at this Brazilian crowd. The fans here turn out every year, no matter the city, and they've done it here again in Brasilia. It is packed. Take a look at today's schedule. Women's final coming up first. We'll be kicking things off with that. Later on at 12:15 p.m. Brazilian time, men's wild card jam. Chock full of some of the biggest names in Brazilian skateboarding. And then at 1:15 p.m., men's final. You're not going to want to miss any of it. For more info, check it all out at streetleague.com. Stay tuned. And all that happening on this course. We got some shots from this morning, the calm before the storm. Sean, your thoughts on this course?
I think the course is sick, but what's really kind of makes it difficult is it's raised up so high off the ground, just the platform of it. So that rail and that hubba aren't that big, but it feels way bigger just because your eye line of looking out. But I love the variety, the hubba into kind of the bank ramp, the rail. I think it has a little something for everybody. I think it's going to make for a great contest.
And there's the out ledges also, and then the down ledge. So you're right. There's multiple options. You can ride the rainbow too if you want to. We'll see if anybody steps to it.
I actually haven't seen that all weekend. I would love to.
Now let's take a look at the start list for the finals today. Women kicking things off today. On the left of your screen, Isabella Avila. She won her way in here yesterday in the Select Series. Absolutely smashed it. Duda Rivera, she did it last year in 2024. Then we got a couple of Brazilian legends with Gabriela and Marina in there. Sean, though, your pick?
I really like Margie. She skated so well in Santa Monica. Obviously, I love the Philippines, so I'm gonna go with my Filipina sister. But yeah, her energy, the way she skates, she's awesome.
I think it's gonna be all about Raíssa Leal out here today, skating in front of her home country crowd. Pressure's on her, of course. We know she can deal with it, but she has all the tricks, the style, and she has proven again and again she can get it done. 3-time back-to-back defending Super Crown world champion. Could be a cakewalk, but hey, this is skateboarding. Anything could happen. So later today, men's final. Stacked list. Lots of Brazilian faces in that lineup. And then we're going to fill those 2 wildcard jam spots a little later today also. But looking at that list, Sean, who do you like?
I just love Luan Oliveira, one of my favorites. I've skated a ton of contests with him, and it's really awesome to see him back.
It will be fun to see what he brings to this course. Of course, Felipe Gustavo, we just saw him with Andrew. He's skating in his home country, in his home city. We saw him win last year in Sydney. We know he can get it done. Again, tons of pressure on him, but it's gonna be fun to see what he can do on that levitating hubba. He's gonna have to get it done out here. Women are on the course, warming up now. There's a shot of Raíssa Leal. She gets mobbed everywhere she goes here.
Yeah, I would think she's a favorite anywhere in the world.
Everywhere in the world. When I got to the airport, her face was plastered everywhere. At the airport, it's on billboards, she's everywhere. She's won a stop already this year. As we see, we kicked things off in Miami. She won it, Nigel won on the men's side, and then we moved on to the spot takeover in Santa Monica. Chloe Cavell took it, but of course, Raíssa wasn't there skating, and Chloe's not here skating today. So will they go back and forth? Will Raíssa take this one and keep that rivalry going all year long?
Probably.
So we'll see the women's final in a second when we return. Stick around. You're watching SLS Brasilia Takeover.
Street League Skateboarding é apresentado por Banco do Brasil, patrocinador oficial da SLS. O skate é arte, a Secretaria de Turismo apoia o movimento Viva Brasília, capital do skate. Heineken 00, o sabor inconfundível de Heineken, 0 álcool, produto destinado a adultos. E New Era, o boné oficial da SLS Brasília 2025.
Quero ver, o Patrick. E ele é perfeito. Ai, que incrível!
Cartões do bebê. Colecione momentos.
Eu quero sair pra andar de skate agora.
SLS in your city kicked things off for us earlier this weekend here in Brasilia. And we're keeping the vibes flowing into the women's final. This is the SLS Brasilia Takeover presented by Banco do Brasil. Everyone is looking forward to watching Raíssa take to this course mere moments from now. Sean, that spot takeover, that looked like a fun weekend at the
Yeah, it was awesome.
At the spot.
And what was cool is all the SLS pros skated in it. So it was cool to see that with the locals. It was special.
So Raíssa has a stacked field against her. Taking another look at this start list, Isabelle Avila will be first in, followed by Duda Ribeiro, Gabriela Mazzetto, Margie, Marina Gabriela, and of course Raíssa Leal will be the final skater to go.
Isabelle skated really well yesterday. Definitely this course kind of sets up for her too. I wasn't familiar with her skating before, but she looked really solid out there yesterday.
And if Santa Monica is any indication of what we're about to see from these athletes, we're in for a good show. Let's take a look back in this highlight presented by 10X. The crowd is packed in, they're hyped, they're ready for a show, and these skaters here in SLS are gonna give it to them. Isabelle Avila will be first skater in, the 20-year-old from Sao Paulo.
Backing her up. Next in is Duda Rivera, 14 from Brazil.
And then Gabby Mazzetto, she's becoming a legend at 27. She's an Olympian.
And the only non-Brazilian in the field, Margie Diddle.
Marina Gabriela skating in her first SLS since 2022 in Rio. Good to have her back. Skating in her first final.
And then the legend, one of the best to ever do it, Raíssa Leal.
Uau, olha essa cena comigo, olha esse crowd, mais de gente.
So one skater missing from this lineup, Pamela Rosa. She took a fall yesterday in practice. She posted this. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to participate in the SLS Championship Tour stop tomorrow. I continue with a smile on my face, focused on my recovery and faith that I'll be back soon. Get well soon, Pamela. Can't wait to see you back on your board. And unfortunately, we're not going to get to see her skate here in Brasilia. She'll be back.
Pamela is a legend, too.
So we're almost set to skate. Let's see how this contest breaks down with the basics brought to you by Steak. This is the SLS Takeover best trick format. Each skater gets 7 single trick attempts. The top 3 scores count towards the skater's final score. Tie is broken by the highest single trick score. It's pretty simple. There are 3 judges. We know them well. Billy Marks, Kelly Hart, and Big Cat. Taking an average of all their scores for each try. 7 tricks. So a lot of pressure on each and every one of these attempts, but you can fall 4 times. You gotta stay on 3.
Yeah, I do think with this format, though, it is really important to kind of get off to a good start. You don't want to put all that pressure on the final tries.
Right, the best strategy is to make your first 3.
And then just go for it from there.
It is a little bit windy out here, and like you were saying, they're super elevated. Isabelli in, gap out, 50 on that hubba.
Definitely a solid start, going pretty safe. What I do like about the wind, though, it is going the direction of the spot.
So you get extra speed.
Get extra speed.
And then you bomb that hill straight into the crowd.
Which, you know, everybody complains about these courses not having enough speed, but now you got the wind direction.
How good does it feel to land that first trick?
It's the best, and it really sets the tone moving forward.
I'm sure if nothing else, it helps calm your nerves straight down. Like boom, 1 in the bank.
That's what I mean, get in a rhythm. Start to trust yourself a little more.
So 2024 Select Series winner from Sao Paulo, Duda Rivera, her first attempt. Smith on the handrail. Is that handrail big, small, tall, long?
It's not tall, but a little long. It's longer than what it looks on the screen. But yeah, when I kind of sized it up, it's one of those where like you have to lock in. It's hard to kind of clear it. 4. That's kind of an interesting score. So the easier trick on the hubba scored higher than the harder trick on the rail.
You could tell by looking at this course, all the points are going to be on that hubba if anybody wants to step to him. Gabriela Mazzetto front board to kick things off. So we're 3 for 3 with makes. Nobody taking any unnecessary chances here in these first goes.
Solid front board.
So Duda scored the 4 with the front Smith. Gabby just sticks the front board, only good enough for a 2.9. Philippines on deck. Marjolin Didal, always stoked and ready to go. Let's see what she's got. First attempt. Clean kickflip. Down that 3 block.
I don't think I've seen a clip with her without those sunglasses on in a while.
How about the flip trick versus 2 basic-ish rail tricks?
Flip trick is definitely way harder. Kickflip down the set, a lot can go wrong. that should be definitely a higher score than the rail tricks.
Okay. Right you are.
But I don't know about the hubba. It's 4.4.
It's up there. Good enough for second place for Margie. And Marina Gabriela on deck. Skating in her first SLS final. First fall of the finals for Marina. And that means we'll be moving on to everybody's favorite skater of the hour, Isa Leal. Yesterday, she was signing autographs for hours. Thousands of people here lined up. Bolts!
Chilling.
Kickflip front board just to get things warmed up.
I mean, to flick into a front board, landing it that perfect as your first trick. She is not nervous at all. She feels comfortable. By far the best trick done today.
6.8. So already a huge score for Raíssa. 3 scores count. Isabelli is next. Again, she qualified in the select series from yesterday. Pressure is on, but she landed the first trick. She's going to want to keep it going here. The shot from yesterday. That's how she got here. Front lip down the rail, the 50-50 down the hubba.
She also smit the rail as well. Yeah.
Ooh.
Kind of sick how she lifted up out of that.
All right, coming off a 4.5 on her first trick. Shooting out on the lip.
It almost looked like she was going for the smith.
So she'll have 5 attempts left to make 2 more tricks. Duda in next. Sitting in 4th place. Stick in the front side lip slide. Playing it smart. 2 for 2.
Ela precisa ser extremamente alta. Vamos lá, galera. Manda o olho, sobrevoa o corrimão, faz o giro de skate, encaixa o meio e volta com perfeição. Volta a boca, manobra a boca que a gente perde. Salva de palmas aí, galera do Brasil.
3.7.
3.7.
She has 2 scores on the board. Puts her in 1st place momentarily.
Momentaneamente, o mistério dos outros vai lá pra cima. Galera, é o seguinte, grande nome de skate brasileiro pelo mundo. Gabi Mazedo tá em casa, cadê o barulho da galera de Brasília? Frontside!
So, starting with the front board, coming back, trying to stick the front feeble, shooting out a little bit. She'll get it next try.
Little in the back seat.
Next skater,
Margie going for the hubba. How is it landing into relatively steep incline out of that hubba.
It's not the incline, it's the drop after. So the incline's fine, but if you get a little swirly and then fly off the drop, that's what gets a little dangerous.
But you're right, the visuals from up top are pretty crazy. That hubba looks hectic. Okay, coming back. 0 for 2 on the kickflip. It's like you were saying, though, flipping the board is risky.
It's risky, especially in the wind. It could push it just a little bit either which way, which makes it a lot harder to judge.
And Sean, you mentioned yesterday, you were wondering if we're in some elevation because of the lack of air. Yeah, we're 3,000 feet up here.
That makes me feel better. I thought I was out of shape.
If you're winded walking up the stairs, that's why. Wow, Isolale again and again. Backside Smith grind like a champion. That she is.
Multiple times over. It's fun. It looked like she didn't lock in right. I would love to see the fisheye angle of that. She pulled it off anyways. Oh no, that was perfect. Dips.
And we've seen moments in an arena where Heisa looks a little stressed and she bails some and makes us wait till the end to see the winning move. Looks like today she might sew this up early.
Yeah.
7.0. Good enough for a 13.8 overall.
I mean, both of her tricks were the highest scoring.
By almost double.
Yeah.
Isabelli. Back in. Okay, so you were right.
Yeah.
Frontside Smith locked in. A little bit of relief.
Seemed like she was going pretty slow at that too. She locked in high, control. Perfect.
Waiting on that score. 4.0 even. Good enough for second place for Isabelli. Duda playing it smart and safe so far. Let's see where she goes. On the hubba, front 50, locked in. So let's just say a lot of strategy happening right now, making tricks.
Yeah, you know that's a 4.5. You know. Getting 3 scores opens up to being able to kind of play with it and go for it on your last 4 tries.
So again, each skater gets 7 attempts, 3 count. So you can bail 4 times, or you can make 7, but only 3 of your scores are going to count. Highest possible score would be a 30. You got a 10 3 times in a row. Front feeble for Gabby. So last attempt, she looped out on that one, backseat style. Sticks it this time.
This one did nice too. It's cool too. She got a little, her front foot came off a little bit at the end, but at this point in the contest, you just try to land anything you can.
So a great score for Gabby, 5.0. If she can make one more trick, she'll be in a really good spot to try to make it onto the podium. Margie. Attempt number 3. Margie got 3rd place in Santa Monica takeover. She was ripping there. She's got a cool bag of tricks. Hopefully she breaks some of those out.
Yeah, she taught me a trick at the spot takeover.
I saw it. Late back foot heel.
Yeah.
That's a wild one. How many tries did it take you?
It took me like 5,
okay.
But I didn't do it good at all.
I want to see you do it in your next part down at Big Stack. All right, Marina back in. Oh no. Okay, 0 for 3 on the kickflip. Now it's time to play skate coach, Sean.
For Marina, I think she sticks with the kickflip. I mean, at this point, she needs a big score, especially if you want to try to catch Aisa.
Aisa back in, going for a 3rd. Oh, risky move. Tray bound down the 3 block.
Now, if I was Aisa's skate coach, I would tell her to backflip the rail and then start tray flipping.
Right, because she could wrap it up essentially, and then have fun on her last few attempts. So you are watching the 2025 SLS Brasilia Takeover presented by Banco do Brasil. And I'm telling you, Sean, Brasilia is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, is it not?
I love it here. Isabelli with the front lip. Yeah, I've never even heard of this place until this year. And being here, there's so many skate spots, a lot of skate history.
And this city was planned and designed. They built this entire city in 4 years, from 1956 to 1960. And it was designed by the famous Brazilian architect, Oscar Niemeyer. And he smashed it. Good job.
Yeah.
It's wild out there.
They built a lot of really good skate spots.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He might have been a skater. Select Series athlete moving into 3rd.
É isso aí, segue o jogo, também já está ali acreditada a próxima skater, ela que está com 100% de aproveitamento.
Now, Duda back in.
Oh. Getting toe side on the front 5, but good it's good reaction time to get out of that one.
Gabby sitting in 4th place, trying to creep into the top 3. That's a tall nose slide. We saw her get broke off earlier in practice trying that.
Yeah, airballed the ollie in, but that one just stuck on her. That was all good. You know, a little more wax.
But we haven't seen a lot of skaters hitting that ledge, so it's probably just not broken in either. Margie, back in. Oh. What happened on that? Front nose grind?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to come up short ever, so that was the safety. Made sure to pop high and just overshot it a little bit.
Marina Gabriela on deck, sitting down in 6th place. She's bailed this kickflip 3 times. So she tries to adjust course, go for the nose slide, misses the pop. She'll have 3 attempts, and she's gonna have to make them all. But Aisa Leal, back in, leader. Where does she go from here? She tried the tray flip down the 4 block. Doesn't look like she's set up for it this time. She headed elsewhere.
Now it looks like she's going for the rail.
There we go. Front blunt. Easy.
Easy. That's going to make it very hard for anybody to catch that score. Now she has 3 tries to just improve on that.
And championship points are once again on the line here in Brasilia at this takeover. They're weighted differently than arena stops, but when you stack them up like Raissa, they go a long way.
I don't think she's going to have a problem qualifying to Sao Paulo regardless, but her board control is just so good.
Overall score, 20 even for Raissa. So Raissa Leal giving the crowd what they came for in Brasilia. This is stop number 3 of the SLS 2025 tour on the road to the Super Crown. Stick around for more attempts coming up.
Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
Eu não tô acreditando. Se for, eu vou surtar. Você ia chegar no dia 6 ou no dia 7. Só quero ver. É... Hoje o Patrick. E ele é perfeito. Ai, que incrível!
Cartões do bebê. Colecione momentos.
Eu quero ser prova de skate agora.
The first power slap event in the U.S. to take place outside of Las Vegas. And the stakes have never been higher. We're headed to New Orleans. Buckle up, slap fans. Oh! Damian DeBell, the king of the heavyweight division, #1 in impact power. Wes Meta, former college football player. That man is terrifying. The heavyweight title is on the line. This event is stacked from top to bottom. The Puerto Rican pretty boy and the Butcher squaring off for the middleweight title. Robert Trujillo facing Dakota McGregor. The lightweight title is on the line. Oh! That was massive. My God! Do not miss this chance to witness history from New Orleans.
bringing Nitro Circus back down under. Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
I think the first time I ever met Haisa was the street league she won in LA. But I don't know, it just happened like so natural. Like we always saw each other and we were like on Nike, Monster, you know, like, and just became friends. Like anytime she would come to LA, we'd always skate together, you know.
We're like a family with like Monster Trip, street leagues, to skate on the street too. Our friendship is not only the skate thing, it's outside too, so that's a good shit.
We learned a lot of tricks together. I would like tell her to try this and she'd be like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I would just tell her like, come on, try it. I know you can do it, you know? Like
Every flip hard tricks, like kickflip from Blunt, kickflip backsmith, he teach me to do. That was so crazy because I didn't imagine that I could do, and he like pushed me a lot to try.
Same thing, she would tell me to try something and like ended up learning that trick, you know, and it's always nice to have someone pushing you. I mean, she'll for sure keep progressing. She can do a lot of tricks that people don't know. And I'd be like, just wait till like she does in the contest and people would be like, oh my God, that's actually insane, you know?
She's been a prodigy since day one, and there's always so many expectations on her, and she has surpassed them all. What more can you say? She's current leader here in Brasilia. Overall score, 20 even right now. Isabelle Avila is in second with a 12.2. It says a lot. We have 3 attempts still to go here in the women's final of the SLS Brasilia Takeover, presented by Banco do Brasil. And Isabelle is in for her 5th attempt, 7. Ooh. She fought that landing.
Yeah, tried to get low, pull it out anyway.
Valiant effort. Duda Rivera. Tied for second place. But tiebreaker goes to the highest single trick score.
Which they're both tied at.
Oh, right you are. So then it would go to the second highest scored trick, which they're also both tied at.
They're tied every way. That 5-0 slam was a little brutal.
All right, Gabby trying to crack into the top 3. Heading back to the down ledge, sticking it. Sean, how about not hitting the hubba, not hitting the rail, going the route less traveled?
It's that long ledge is definitely cool. I think there'll be points for skating something different. But it is a no slide. She did come out a little early.
You could see it sticking though.
Yeah.
She was fighting it, kind of edging it along.
It's a cool way to skate the course though.
You're right though.
3.6,
3.6 is not a great score.
She would have got a higher score if she made it to the end.
Fair.
But you're right, you can't control the wax sometimes.
Margie sitting down in 5th place. She needs 2 more scores or she's gonna be out. There we go, clean front 5-0. She went for the front nose grind the past 2 attempts. Scaled it back to the front 5-0 and sticks it here, which is smart.
Yeah, definitely smart. Still, the nose grind still available for her, but front 5, get a good score up. Perfect. Seems to be a little more impact off that hubba than I was thinking.
.2 for the frontside 5-0. Keeps Margie in the mix with 2 attempts still to go. Marina Gabriela on deck. She needs to make 3 tricks in a row. End of story. Okay. So following in the footsteps of Gabriela with the nose slide, I think she slid a little further.
She slid a little further. Let's see. Yeah, still came out a touch early, but definitely a couple feet further than Gabriela.
So Gabriela got the 3.6. Marina gets the 3.8. They gave her .2 for another 2 feet.
.2 further than Gabriela.
It's a 1/10 of a point per foot out here. Yeah. Okay. Isolea. So she's got 3 attempts to have fun and impress the crowd and show us what she's capable of, which we know is just about everything.
Yeah, when you get to Haisa's point, we saw this with Nyjah too, is they don't want to win with the same tricks they win with every time. They want to progress, and it just kind of shows that dominance. So she's just working on the tray flip, trying to get that one dialed in.
And as skaters, obviously, we want to see something new always. Isabelli back in. Oh, back-to-back slams, handling it.
Yeah, she slipped out on the first one and then stuck on the second one.
So Duda sitting in that, well, tied for second place spot with same scores as Isabelli. They're battling for second right now. There we go, front 5-0. And we know that's good enough for a 5.2, at least the way Marjolin did it.
And she did it just as well as Margie, so.
So she's gonna drop that 3.7 you see on your screen and officially move into second place. And it's gonna be on Isabelli, then who'll be in third place. Try to take that spot back. There we go.
Secured the tiebreaker for now.
Andrew, what do you got for us?
Well, saw Gabby trying to warm up on some stuff, and she needs something big if she wants to crack into that top 3. She's on the top deck, and she was rolling up like she was ready to launch. We've seen her do it in the past. Can she do it?
Yes! Andrew's calling the shots.
Her face on the rollaway right there showed it all.
I stood at the bottom of that launcher earlier this morning, and It's scary.
It's
terrifying.
Yeah, again, the eye line is just, you're so high in the air. It's hard to get enough speed. And she handled it.
Gabby, how scary was that right there?
Jesus, this was first try. I never try it. Go to the ramp. I just got to the gap.
That was first try?
First try.
Oh my gosh. And a 5.4.
Oh, that's great. Let's try again.
Second place. Congrats, Gabby.
Good enough to move Gabby into second place, bumping Duda Ribeiro down into third. They're close. Margie trying to keep it going here. Needs another score. Oh! Okay, now that you know how to do that trick, Sean, what went wrong?
Since I'm really good at that trick, she just, it's hard to catch that one. Sometimes you got to meet it at the ground, but she had it. That was so close.
Marina trying to keep it going now. Needs 2 makes in a row. Oh, yeah! Goes back to the kickflip. Definite hand down.
Maybe 2 hands down. I think there's a couple hands hitting the ground there, but...
Does it count?
Yeah, that counts for sure.
Yeah.
Gonna get docked.
Heavy dock.
But it's gonna count.
3.5.
Yeah, not bad.
So, as a skater, or as skaters, it's good to see somebody get the momentum going and not go out with all bails. We never want to see that.
Especially Marina is one of the sickest, too.
So Haisa Leal back on deck. Her lowest score is the 6.2. Anything better than that is just going to increase her lead. Bolts.
Bolts. Little bow.
What's it take to make a 360 flip down a 3-stack like that?
There's a lot going on. Board spinning, boards flipping. It's a little windy. It's kind of hard to control not letting it overspin or underspin. But she did it perfect. You could see the catch. It kind of bobbled a little bit, but perfect landing. And it's cool to see her do different tricks.
Absolutely.
She's never tray flipped down the set, single tricks before. That's definitely gonna get rid of that 6.2.
Highest score of the day. 8 even. Making her overall score 21.8.
I mean, her lowest score, 6.8, is higher than anybody else's score.
So after 6 attempts, we re-rack the start list based on standings. 6th place skater goes first, and Haisa Leal in first place will skate last. It's only fair, Sean, the re-rack.
The re-rack.
So that's a government building that you see, those 2 towers in the background. All these buildings around us are government buildings. This is the capital of Brazil. Beautiful landscape. If you see Brasilia from space, it's shaped like an airplane. They laid out the whole thing in advance. It's wild. Gabriella in, final attempt. Going for the hard flip, not getting it. But props to this Brazilian crowd. They don't hold back. They show so much love I mean, we've seen it in the arena many times. They show special love for the Brazilian skaters, but out here, it's all love for everyone. Margie, the lone foreigner in the mix, coming in for her final attempt. 50-50 slide out. That's unfortunate. She's going to stay in 5th. So,
yeah, that was just to try to get into that podium spot. But.
Yeah. So, Isabelli in next. She needs a 5.3 to move on to the podium. Getting some strategy, some pointers there from some bets. Isabelli's highest score right now is a 4.5, and she needs a 5.3. Stick in the nose slide. Getting a little speed wobble on the landing, but making it.
And that little bobble is what's going to make it close.
But after 2 slams, coming back, risking a 3rd, and sticking it. So a 5.3 or better is what she's looking for to move up into the top 3. What do you think, Sean? You want to predict?
It's going to be so tight. You know, it's just coming out. So definitely a sketchy landing.
But there wasn't like a massive toe drag or a hand down or anything.
No.
It was sketchy.
Just a little tail drag, yeah.
4.2 doesn't get it done. So Isabelli just missing the podium. Our top 3 is set. 2nd and 3rd still to be determined. Duda Ribeiro in next. She needs a 4.4. 4.4 gets it done for Duda, but she's going to want to do better than that because Gabby will have another crack at it, and that's going to do it. Our top 3 and final results are set. I mean, maybe we'll see on paper. Could Gabby move into the lead? But Heisa Leal is taking this one.
Yeah.
Again.
I don't think there's a mathematical chance.
So a great showing here for Gabriela Mazzetto. Getting that 2nd place spot. Oh, so close. Going for the 270 shove out of that nose slide. And Heisa Leal does it again, Sean. Too easy.
Over and over and over again. This one seemed like she was just in control from the start. You know, we've seen her win at the very end, but she kind of won this one first 4 tricks in. Going for the hurricane. Didn't matter.
Taking the bow for the crowd. And they respond accordingly. Heisa Leal getting her 14th SLS win.
1-4?
1-4.
Wow.
3-time defending Super Crown champion. So she's won 14 of the last 20 SLS stops.
It's a good batting average.
It really is.
Abre mais espaço na prateleira e vai mais troféu para casa.
No surprise here. Haisa Leal getting it done like only she could. Look at that. Max Smith. Butters. Front blunt like a champion. 360 flip like a boss. The way she rolls.
Everything was perfect, easy. Stress-free win.
Haisa Leal on the road to the Super Crown in Sao Paulo this December. Couple stops still to go, but it's not gonna matter much for her standings. 21.8 overall score. Brazil taking the sweep here in Brasilia. Gabriela Mazzetto in second, and Duda Ribeiro landing on her first podium with a third place finish. Look at that crowd. Brazilian fans, unquestionably the best fans in the world. There's no comparison.
No, they all show up. So much energy.
Monster highest scoring trick right there with an 8.0, Haisa Leal. Tray bomb down the 3 block. And the bow. What an epic final from Brasilia. This spot takeover, stop number 3 on the road to the Super Crown. Haisa Leal gets it done again. Still so much great skating still to come, Sean.
Yeah, I can't wait. This wild card jam is going to be so sick.
Let's check in with Andrew, who's with Haisa.
Haisa, 14 wins now. You continue to progress every single time. How important is that to you here at SLS?
I don't know what to say. I'm super happy now. I'm with my family. This trophy is for my little brother. And Pamela, she's not here, but I hope she recovered well. Yeah, I'm super happy for this.
How excited are you for another Super Crown down here in Brazil coming up later this year?
The last one's gonna be crazy. I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but it's gonna be fun.
Amazing. Well, great skateboarding out there today. Congrats on another win, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one.
Thank you.
The men's wild card jam is coming up next. And the crowd is out in force here from Brasilia. It is a beautiful day for skateboarding, and we're gonna keep it going from Brasilia.
It's really cool for Haisa to shout out.
So
Pamela.
Congratulations to all the skaters that made it to the women's final today, but especially, once again, Haisa Leal taking home win number 14 from Brasilia. So for everybody watching from all over the world, thanks for joining us. Stick around, we'll be back with the men's wild card jam coming up next.
Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
First power slap event in the U.S. to take place outside of Las Vegas. And the stakes have never been higher. We're headed to New Orleans. Buckle up, slap fans. Oh! Damian DeBell, the king of the heavyweight division, #1 in impact power. Wes Meta, former college football player. That man is terrifying. The heavyweight title is on the line. This event is stacked from top to bottom. The Puerto Rican pretty boy and the Butcher squaring off for the middleweight title. Robert Trujillo facing Dakota McGregor. The lightweight title is on the line. Oh! That was massive. My God! Do not miss this chance to witness history from New Orleans.
Eu não tô acreditando. Se for, eu vou surtar. Você ia chegar no dia 6 ou no dia 7. Só quero ver. É... O Patrick. E ele é perfeito. Ai, que incrível!
Cartões do bebê. Colecione momentos.
Eu quero ser prova de skate agora.
Welcome back. It's SLS Brasilia, the wild card jam, presented by Steak. Once again, we're in this beautiful city of Brasilia, my new favorite city in Brazil. It's unbelievable, and the crowd, same as it ever was out here in Brazil, rabid skate fans. There are thousands of people here. We heard the tickets went up for grabs, and they sold out immediately, gone. And it's standing room only. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Paul Zitzer along with Sean Malto. This wild card jam is going to be fun to watch because some of the up-and-coming Brazilians that we always hear about the Brazilian scene and how many great skaters are here are going to get a chance to show you what they've got. Names like Vinicius Santos and Gabriel Aguilar, Mateus Mendes, and many, many more. Sean, what are you looking forward to out here today in this wildcard jam?
Yeah, you know, there's some familiar faces. There's some I'm not so familiar with. A jam, too, gives you time to keep going, get in a rhythm. You're going to see a lot of tricks, a lot of really good tricks, too. So I'm excited. I mean, this crowd, these skaters, it's all set up for a very, very fun show.
Right, and then the format allows for 2 skaters to move on into the men's final. So these guys are going to be battling it out for 2 spots to skate against the legends. Let's take a look at the start list of this wildcard jam. Victor Aquino, who won yesterday's Select Series, has moved on to today. Congratulations, he'll be first in. and then the Argentinian, Matias Del Olio, and then some newer faces. Well, Joao Lucas Alves, he's been around for a long time on the contest circuit, but never in SLS so much. Mateus Mendez, the 16-year-old, he's great. A lot of great skating still to come. Vinicius Santos, Wallace Gabriel, these guys are incredible. And then, look, Gabriel Ribeiro, Sean, what do you think about him?
I love Gabriel. That's Gustavo Ribeiro's brother. Unfortunately, Gustavo couldn't be here, but Gabriel is going to hold it down for the family.
And it's going to be fun to see Felipe Nunes out here putting it down in front of the Brazilian crowd. So this is a very unique takeover course. We've got the levitating hubba, we've got the rainbow rail, there's an out ledge, and the downhill landing on that hubba is wild. Here's a look at some of the skaters you're gonna see. There's David Tuesta from Peru. He's gonna come out with some of Yuto's tricks, if we're lucky.
David's been ripping all week too. He ripped the takeover, was ripping in practice, so I'm excited to see what he has.
This is who they're chasing. Tonight's final, you see those 2 wildcard spots left open. And then Ivan Montero, Lucas Rebello, Felipe Mota. Wow, what a rundown. Dominic Walker making it from the USA. And then 3 Brazilian legends to finish it. Who do you like?
I'm such a fan of Luan Oliveira. I've been skating with him for a very long time. He took a little bit of a break from contests, but he's back, and it's awesome to see him shred.
And we've been feeling the build-up for Felipe Gustavo. Of course, we're in his home country of Brazil, but this is his city. This is where he came from, and he is looking for a win here today. And he's got to be feeling a lot of pressure, but you know the positive vibes are coming off of Felipe. It's going to be fun to see. Now we're going to send it down to the 3rd member of our crew, Andrew Cannon, who's with Damo Walker.
Damo, you qualified into SLS through the Select Series. What does it take to make it through? Because it's so much skating, right?
Honestly, it just takes staying on your board. Like, consistency is key in this contest, and you really just want to make sure you add your scores up. Even if it's not something big, to land something is huge, because down the line, if someone's trying something hard and they don't get it, that small trick could be a big impact for you. But it's about adding your tricks up and also just doing your best, doing the best tricks you got.
So a lot of strategy for you, huh?
Qualifying for me, it was insane. Like, a lot of rad skaters out there, and for me, the atmosphere was just perfect. Herods Park, all my good friends at the top of the ramp, and I was just focused that day, honestly. Like, I've been practicing a lot, and I felt like everything just came together at the perfect time.
I love that. Now, any favorites here in the wildcard jam?
I'm stoked on Marcelo's out here. We got Ja Perez, there's another guy from the U.S. We also got Gabriel Ribeiro, Gustavo's brother, so a lot of dope dudes.
All right, now how are you feeling going into it yourself for just in a little bit later?
I'm confident, honestly. Sun's shining, all my friends are here. I'm in Brasilia, first time, so I'm stoked, man. The energy is electric. Crowds are great, so everything's good to, like, do well.
So today could be that first win, huh?
Yeah, could be my second win, because the Select Series is my first W on a qualifier level, but on a real level, yeah, this could be my real W.
Well, we're going to send you all the good luck for it. Make it happen out there, buddy.
Hey, I want to go home with some hardware, so that'd be a blessing.
Back to you guys.
And now let's talk the basics, presented by Stake. Here's how this wild card jam format works. Skaters rotate through time jam session. Judges rank skaters based on overall impression. After the jam, the top 4 earn an extra 5 minutes. Everybody else is going to be eliminated. 2 skaters at the end of the jam will advance into the final. Those are the basics, brought to you by Stake. And with that, we are ready to skate. Each skater will get 1 intro try, and then we start a 15-minute timer.
I love the cut at the 15-minute mark for the top 4. I think that's such a good, smart kind of add-on from Santa Monica.
There we go, Victor Aquino starting things off. Yesterday's Select Series winner, he had to put in a ton of work to get to here, so you know he's got it. Next in, from Argentina, Matias Del Olio. This dude travels the world, skating contests. He's everywhere all the time, and he's focused. And he's got a mean switchback tail.
Yeah, and he is one of the guys that came up to me and started asking me about how he should go about this wild card jam and my experience through the contest. So it means like he really cares. And he wants this.
I want to hear what you told him, but
I told him to start with a switchback tail, so he listened.
Joao Lucas Alves coming in switch. This is another skater that we've seen around the world. He skated many damn AM contests, a bunch of Tampa AMs. And here's another one, young kid, but he's been out there. Mateus Mendez from Rio. Talent, pure talent. Switchback lip.
There's a lot of tricks going down already.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about the talent levels in Brazil, and I think this is the perfect setting to see it in action. David Tuesta coming out of Peru. He is a little pit bull, and he smashes through those U-toe tricks. Nollie 270 backboard.
I did not know he could do that.
Dude, I'll tell you what, he can do the heel flip version of that trick too. We'll see if he breaks that out, but I don't know if he's got it consistent like that. But Gabriel Aguilar, powerhouse. 25 years old, so he's kind of a veteran, but wow, what a talent. We're gonna see it. Ooh. Back when a nose grind, landing into that incline. All right, Vinicius Santos, kind of a personal favorite. Style and tricks for days. No! What happened there?
My good friend Kevin White told me to look out for Vinicius.
Good advice. All right, Wallace Gabriel. Coming in fakey. Fakey back lip like nothing. Marcelo Batista. Don't ever cut that hair, Marcelo.
Is he the one that front crooked that rail in Copenhagen?
Yes.
He front crooked like an 18-stair rail for a contest.
Psycho. I feel like it might have been raining.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was raining, it was windy, it was cold.
All right, the lone American out here, Jonathan Perez from Richmond, California. Ooh, coming out with a risky move, kickflip, front 50. So Gustavo Ribeiro's brother, we've seen Gustavo so much in Street League, and unfortunately he couldn't make it here, but Gabriel did. Fires it off with a back over crook. And Felipe Nunes from Curitiba.
Back-to-back over crooks.
So great start. So many tricks already going down. Then we put 15 minutes on the clock. And then we start rifling through the list as many times as they can go. Back to the top of the order. Trying that sugar cane. So judges working off overall impression. And that can mean a lot. If somebody's making all their hard tricks, you know, like that's impressive. If somebody's falling a lot, but also doing a lot of great tricks in between, that can be impressive. But what generally isn't is a lot of basics mixed with some falls. We know that as skaters.
That was kind of my advice to Matthias, is like, you want to get like 3-4 solid tricks. I wouldn't say easy tricks, solid tricks, and then you want to do 2 really good ones.
Okay.
Kind of focus on that, because at the end, a really good trick is going to bump you up.
And then there is that top 4 advancing into the 5-minute extra time.
I think if you're in the top 4, gloves are off at that point. You just go for broke. Hope for the best.
Vinicius coming in with the crook on that out ledge. That one is the sort of road less traveled here this weekend. Nice 270 lip slide. That was Wallace Gabriel, the 270 lip. Front side blunt for Marcelo Batista.
Front blunt, the out ledge is definitely risky. It's a scary one to put your back like that off a drop.
Jonathan Perez coming in. Oh, over 2 on the kickflip front 50. Okay. Wow, getting an assist for the half cab flip. Victor Aquino. Kickflip backside, lip slide. Looking calm and confident. Matias Del Olio, big flip, front board, fakie. Little fist pump. Okay, Joao Lucas. Clean nollie nose slide.
Solid nollie nose.
Mateus. This kid has a bright future.
Big flip front boards are easy right now.
You know, sometimes you see a skater with like really hard tricks or good style or good board control, but I'm telling you, Mateus Mendez at that age skates like such a vet. You just know it. You know he's going to be around for a long time, and it's all up to him. He can take it as far as he wants to. Nice kickflip 50.
Heel flip front board.
Marcelo Batista.
Such an awkward one.
So he's doing some good variety out here. We got Jonathan Perez. Struggling a little bit. Gabriel. Front blunt, over 2 on that one. Leap. Boom! Half cab flip.
That's so sick.
All right, yesterday's Select Series winner. And you know, it took so much to get through that, so much great skating. Just to be here shows that he's got what it takes, and he's doing it again. Love to see it. Joao. Switch.
Landing switch into the bank with the drop makes things a lot harder.
Oh, Mateus is just rifling off the tricks. David Tuesta coming up short on some moves here. Gabriel.
That was such a clean kickflip crook.
All right, based on what we're seeing so far, Sean, any standouts, any advice, anything?
I mean, Victor is definitely going nuts right now. Like I said, it's all about landing tricks. You know, Damo was talking about it. Consistency is key, but at some point, when you miss tricks, it just becomes more and more important. Like Gabriel now has missed that front blunt 3 times in a row. He's gonna have to ramp it up and actually try to land harder tricks down the stretch.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where you're at. Victor can cruise a little bit because he has a solid base coat down. But people that haven't landed tricks better start ramping it up.
I like that. Base coat. Okay, Matias Del Olio, half cab heel nose slide.
Matias is ripping right now.
He's one of those guys that's always super consistent.
Yeah.
Joao, tray flip lip.
What I like about Matias, he has a hubba trick, he has a rail trick, he has outledge trick.
I like the choice of the switch pop. Okay, David Tuesta, he's gonna need to step it up, and he does that.
Yeah.
Nollie flip, backside lip. Gabriel Aguilar, he's ripping. Cab front board. Vinicius, frontside flip. Okay. Wallace Gabriel. Oh. Backslide down the incline. Here we go, Marcella. Oh! A deer dick trick. Pop shove nose grind. You remember that? He used to run that all over town.
Oh, I remember. DC video.
Yeah. All right, what do you? We got to pull Jonathan Perez aside and tell him what. No flip in. Let's lock some.
Yeah.
Let's lock some tricks down.
Let's get some basics going. Actually, you know what, Jonathan Perez, I would just tell him to start going for it.
Just make it.
Yeah.
Now, he's incredible. But you know, when you dig yourself that hole, sometimes it's like, hey, we need some easy wins here. Because it could get, skating in a contest, even in a jam format, it's supposed to be loose and fun and all that. But psychologically, you're in there. And sometimes you just need to ride out of one trick to get something rolling.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's the other thing, too, especially with this wildcard jam. There's more time than you think. You could slow it down a little bit and collect your nerves.
You're right. So in a 15-minute jam, they're still getting 10 tries in.
Yeah, 10. I would say 9, 10, and then if you advance, you know, you could be getting closer to 15 all in.
All right, Wallace Gabriel, kickflip 50, bolts. Marcelo Batista. Okay, there we go. Shout out Deerdick. Called the founder move. Jonathan Perez. Okay. Boom, there we go. Switch heel banger. Nice. Okay. So he's moving on from the front blunt, but to a harder trick. Yeah, Philippe with the back tail.
Sick little power slide at the bottom, too.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay, out of the launch ramp over the entire hubba with the kickflip. Heavy move. Joao Lucas back in, coming in switch, back tail. I like that on that outledge.
Love that.
Mateus.
Switch heel front board. Getting a little tippy toe.
Ooh!
Was that blunt or grind?
I think it went to grind, but I think he's trying to go to blunt. I don't know, but
I mean,
it looked
it
like
counts,
it
whatever.
Yeah. Marcelo.
This is kind of that part of the jam where rifle through all your stock tricks, and now starting to get into the more advanced stuff.
Yeah, with less than 5 minutes left. But note, nice, okay. Putting a win on the board there. The last minute is the free-for-all minute. There's no order. Anybody can go, get their last licks in. So a couple more minutes of controlled jam format left, and then it's no holds barred. No holds barred.
It's definitely hard to rely on that 1 minute full jam to land a trick, because everybody's going in every single direction.
Right, you're going to have to be in probably at least the top 6 by the time you hit that final minute to put yourself into the top 4, which once again earn themselves 5 extra minutes. And at the end of the wild card jam, 2 skaters survived to skate in the men's final. Beautiful. Shout out to Chris Ortiz, who's running start up top. That's a tough job. It's like herding cats, and in a language you don't know also.
Yeah.
So props Ortiz, one of the world's best photographers and greatest humans on the planet. All right.
Especially skaters don't like to listen to people most of the time.
But listen to Ortiz, guys.
Gabriel is right around greatness. Every trick is right there. It's just a little off.
Whoa. Philippe going fakey at that outledge. Victor Aquino, I like what I see. He's, oh man. He's got control. Looks like he knows what he's doing.
Matias, a little bit of a standstill the last few tries.
Wow. Switch pop shove 50 for Joao. All right, Mateus. Young dude.
So clean.
All right, here we go. David Schwesta going up. Yuto moves all day, right?
All day.
Okay, Gabriel, switch, 270 front board. All right, Vinicius, switch front block. Oh, whoa. Reached out and grabbed that with the front foot. Gabriel. All right, Philippe just made his way back to the top, just in time for his go right here. Front feeble, getting bounced. All right, Victor Aquino.
Oh.
Argentina in the house. Yeah, he's gonna have to get that soon. All right, we're coming up on that last minute. Once it hits, anything goes. Mateus Mendes coming in, cab front nose. He's been looking good in this jam. Let's see, Vinicius going for the back.
This is gonna be chaos.
Oh man. I'll let you call these, Sean.
David with the nollie backside 180 grind.
Gabriel's been getting it done in this jam, big time. Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Matias Del Olio, tray flip nose slide. Joao with. Wow, okay, Joao's looking good in this wild card jam too, and so is Victor Aquino. It'll be fun to see what those top 4 are that advance.
Oh, Mateus. Switch flip backlip the rail. I was big for Mateus. Tray flip, no slip the hubba, and switch flip backlip the rail in a minute.
That's heavy.
It's heavy.
So these guys are cooked for sure after 15 minutes. But the bad news is 5 minutes on the clock for the top 4. And then the top 2 have a quick turnaround into the men's final. So, a lot of great skating.
A lot to take in for the judges, too, especially with that 1 minute free-for-all. I feel like a lot of tricks went down.
Andrew, we had an amazing view from up top. How was it down on the ground, and what are your picks, predictions, thoughts, takeaways?
I mean, the overall skateboarding we just saw was crazy. One thing I want to make sure we get is it is warm and the wind will randomly come in. So all these skaters have some elements that they're dealing with. Unfortunately, Felipe Nunez, he kind of took an elbow to the ribs, so he had to kind of chill out. But man, Mateus right there, that was wild. The 3-flip nose and the switch flip back lip right there at the end. I mean, Mateus just like amazing style. This has been insane. What about you guys? I mean, who are you liking out there?
I liked Mateus Mendez from the start.
Yes.
I've seen him skate a few events like Dam Am and Tampa Am, and he's one of those guys that stands out in any field. He's got so much talent and style and great tricks and consistency. Okay, so he's the total package, and he's sitting in second. I'm pretty hyped on him right now. How about you, Sean?
I mean, I like Matias Del Olio. He came to me. I told him to just do the hardest tricks he could do, first try, every try.
That worked.
And he kind of listened.
Gabriel Aguilar was also looking really good out there. Like, some of those tricks he was doing were so hard, like the half cab back 5-0 down the hubba, just so dangerous. And from my vantage point where I was sitting, it seriously looks like these guys are skating on a mountain. It's huge.
And Gabriel skated a lot of contests before. I feel like he knows how to go about it. He did it really smart. Ramped up, landed a lot of tricks.
How about Joao with that switch pop shove it 50? It was kind of crazy to see multiple people trying like 50-50 tricks, like Gabriel Ribeiro and then Joao. Like, both of them did the 50 but kind of got on that front feeble and still pulled it.
Our top 4 are set. Moving on to the next round of this wildcard jam presented by Stake, and there they are. The Argentinian Matias Del Olio taken, well, he'll be okay, this is in the order they were skating. So Matias Del Olio will be coming in first, Joao Lucas, then Mateus Mendez, and Gabriel Aguilar. Those are your top 4 skaters as we move through this wildcard jam presented by Stake.
And all the tricks that they did still count towards the final.
Correct. They will just be adding to their scores now. Or, you know, it is overall impression. So if you fail every single thing here in this last 5 minutes, you're going to hurt your overall impression. You could drop down. You could go from a 90 down to a 20.
That's true. It's like, this is the hard part. I guess you kind of got to judge and watch what other people are doing, but do you go for 4 to 5 kind of, I would say, like 7-point tricks, or do you go for 2 to 3 like 8, 9-point tricks?
Okay.
But
these guys are the best skaters on the continent. They're all incredible. They all want to get into Street League. If they get in the top 2, they will advance to the final. And if they win the final, you know, hey, you might be punching your card to the Super Crown and to a future career like Felipe Gustavo. Let's just put it that way. So, you want to go for 9s.
Yeah, that's a good career to have.
You can't do it with 6s.
No. But I guess that's the thing, though. You got to look at, see what other people are doing, because you don't have to get into first. You just have to beat.
Right. Yeah.
Get
well,
to the top 2.
If everybody else is bailing, you can get there with 6s. But if everybody's staying on, yeah, you're gonna.
And you're right. People are gonna stay on.
These guys are good, and they're so hungry. I mean, Brazilian skaters are famous for their drive and their passion and dedication. So this is it. You're in the top 4. You've made it this far. And you got 5 minutes to get it done. It's going to feel a little bit like a final.
100%. The pace is going to move a lot slower.
But again, it's our first time in Brasilia, and it has been an incredible weekend. So much great skateboarding already. The city is so welcoming. It's such a cool place.
I'm ready to fire this up.
I'm ready.
Primeiro skater a se posicionar. Galera, aguardando aí a liberação. 2, 1, vamos fazer barulho, galera. Gabriel Aguilera na área.
All right. Gabriel Aguilera in first. All right. Mateus Mendez going to be in next.
Mateus Mendez just burning some clock right now.
All right, coming in switch. Oh, going for switch front hurricane. Not getting it. Matias. Joao Lucas. Big spin front board. Matias Del Olio. Whoa! 360 flip front board to Fakey. He's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, there's going to be some movement on the leaderboard.
All right. Gabriel Aguilar, power and style, and miss in the truck. Oh, no.
I wonder if he's trying to go to crook.
Nice. Half cab, backsmith for Gabriel Aguilar. All right, Mateus. There we go. Switch hurricane. Sticking that one.
So clean.
So getting his first make. Joao struggling a little bit here. All right, Matias Del Olio. Tray flip. No slide.
Did he do that already?
I feel like he did. Oh, that's a heavy move for Gabriel. 180 nose grind the hard way. And Mateus Mendez cab front nose.
Mateus Mendez is going in right now.
Bolts. Joao.
All right, this is moving way faster than I thought.
Crazy. Fakey, half cab. All right. Getting pitched off on the incline. Oh, Gabriel swimming upstream. That's got to count for something. All right, Mateus. Nollie 270 backboard. Everybody's got that now. Joao switch. Nope. All right, Delolio.
Whoa.
And that outledge and so tall, shoulder height. All right, half cab crook, Gabriel. Coming in switch, Mateus. Switch, 360 flip, lip. Wow. Okay, Joao struggling.
I would imagine Mateus Mendez is right there behind Joao.
Yeah,
I got that one trick gets him into that second spot.
All right, Mateus. Switch. He needs that. He needs it.
That's a risky one. Nollie 270 heel out.
Yes! Mateus, switch, tray flip lip. There we go.
Switch flip front 50.
Answered.
That one's gonna be close.
Oh, missing the trucks on the kickflip 50. Oh, Matias Del Olio going for broke on that one. Joao back in, coming in switch. Oh, trying to match Mateus. I think he was going to lip slide. Got rejected, but. All right, here we go. Half cab nose slide. 270 heel. Nope, didn't make it. All right, we.
Matias Mendez moved into the second spot.
I think he did. I think he did.
That switch tray lip.
All right, these guys are winded big time. Again, we're at 3,000 feet elevation here in Brasilia.
They skated for 20 straight minutes.
Yeah. Here's the results. Gabriel Aguilar and Mateus Mendez moving on from the wild card jam into tonight's finals. And unfortunately, Joel Lucas and Matias Del Olio, they killed it.
They killed it, but that last 5 minutes, Matias and Gabriel just went in. They shined.
That was a fun watch.
I love a jam session.
Once again, look at that Brazilian crowd. Thousands of people turned up here for today's SLS Brasilia Takeover, presented by Banco do Brasil. You just watched the Wildcard Jam, brought to you by Steak. It's good to be back in Brazil, and we're gonna be here again in December. This is the road to the Super Crown. So championship points on the line here tonight in the men's final. We saw women's final go down earlier. Raissa Leal. That's all you gotta say. She got it done. Straight out the gate, handled it, top to bottom, start to finish. She got her 14th win in her SLS career.
Has anyone ever had more wins than their age?
We'd have to look at Nigel's.
Nigel got a, he's probably close.
I think he's in the 20s, 20-some wins. So there may have been a time where he did. It's possible. Yeah.
Aisa's on a good trajectory.
So we're gonna send it back down to Andrew, who's with some of the skaters.
That's right, you guys. The SLS Wildcard Jam presented by Stake winners. We've got Matias Mendez and Gabriel Aguilar. Gabriel, how was it out there?
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks, God. I'm so happy. I'm nervous. I'm sorry. My English is so bad. Thank you so much. Thanks, God. Thanks, guy.
Are you guys excited to skate in the contest now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, God. Yeah.
My friend, skateboarding. Thank you, guys.
All right, back to you.
Congrats to both those guys. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in, to get a microphone put in your face when you don't necessarily speak English. Take a look at some highlights. Matias Mendez came out looking controlled from start to finish. Look at that cab front.
Yeah, his trick selection is so good. And this switch tray lip, kind of the buzzer, really solidified getting him into that second spot.
And Gabriel Aguilar, strong, just rifling off the tricks with power like that, going upstream. Only person to do that today. Half cab crook into the incline. Handled. With that, our men's final is set. Matias Mendez and Gabriel Aguilar will be the first two skaters in. And then some standbys. These guys have been around for days. Ivan Montero around the world for years. Lucas Rebello back in the final. Felipe Mota, I mean, he's a Street League staple. Seen great things from him. Dominic Walker going for his first W. We heard it from him. Sean, your pick, Luan Oliveira. It's going to be fun to watch him skate.
He's the man. I love Luan Oliveira, but Giovanni Viana, Felipe Gustavo.
Yeah.
All three are past winners of Street League.
Felipe Gustavo, a lot on his shoulders here because this, once again, is his home city. Men's final. When we come back, can Felipe Gustavo get it done in front of his home crowd? Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Stake, the world's leading online casino and official partner of SLS. Register today using the code SLS 2025. 10X Health, precision wellness, where cutting-edge science meets your individual biology. Dios Azul Tequila, embrace the spirit. Lucy, next level nicotine pouches. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. And by California Skate Parks, the world's most recognized design and build skate park firm.
We are bringing Nitro Circus back down under. Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
The first power slap event in the U.S. to take place outside of Las Vegas. And the stakes have never been higher. We're headed to New Orleans. Buckle up, slap fans. Oh! Damian DeBell, the king of the heavyweight division, #1 in impact power. Wes Meta, former college football player. That man is terrifying. The heavyweight title is on the line. This event is stacked from top to bottom. The Puerto Rican pretty boy and the Butcher squaring off for the middleweight title. Robert Trujillo facing Dakota McGregor. The lightweight title is on the line. Oh, that was massive. My God! Do not miss this chance to witness history from New Orleans.
Foi aqui onde tudo começou. Brasília me criou. É mais que a minha casa, minha inspiração. Todas as sessions, todas as manobras que aprendi, todos os sonhos. Aqui, o skateboarding me ensinou como acreditar. Aqui nessa cidade, me deu a razão. E agora Brasília celebra os seus 65 anos. É tempo de trazer algo novo. Dia 12 e 13 de julho, na Esplanada dos Ministérios, SLS is taking over Brasilia. We are bringing the SLS energy to my hometown. Let's make history.
You are watching SLS Brasilia Takeover, presented by Banco do Brasil. In beautiful Brasilia, this city is incredible. The best skate fans on the planet turned out this weekend. And what a show they've got so far. Men's final coming up. This is stop number 3 of the year. All roads lead to the Super Crown in Sao Paulo this December. Nine skaters on the course, warming up for the men's final. And this has been a unique course, and we've seen a lot of variety out here, Sean.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety for sure, but that big hubba is the highest scoring thing here, so I think we're going to see a lot of tricks.
Okay, and who are you looking at for the win today?
I mean, there's a lot going on here. Obviously, I love Luan. I think it's very special to have him back, but I'm a big fan of Felipe Mota as well. I think his trick selection, his experience, I think he's due for a high placing finish, if not a win. What about you? What do you think?
This is Felipe Gustavo country. I think Felipe Gustavo is going to win this event. We saw him do it in Sydney, and we're going to see him do it here in front of his hometown crowd. But here's a little look at the wildcard jam that we just saw go down. The best skaters from South America all here trying to make a top 2 spot into the final. And Gabriel Aguilar and Mateus Mendez were the 2 skaters to get it done. There's Gabriel grinding up that rail, half-cab crook into that hubba you're talking about, Sean.
Yeah, Gabriel's solid. Solid all the way through, all 20 minutes.
All right, we're going to take a look at the start list for the men's final. You're going to see on the top left, those are the 2 skaters that made it through the wild card jam. And then we got Ivan Montero as the contest killer, Lucas Rebello. We've seen him for many years in SLS. Felipe Mota, and then Dominic Walker, the sole American out there. And then we finished with 3 Brazilian heavyweights. Giovanni Viana. We haven't talked about him too much, but you know, he's a Super Crown champion.
Yeah, and he seems to do well every single event. So, I mean, he's not too far from here either. Sao Paulo's just down the street.
And he's got a deep bag of tricks that I think will work very well on this course. Although, I mean, a lot of his tricks are hubba tricks. That hubba is scary. It's just scary looking. And then you got to land down that incline. And like you said earlier, Sean, then you got to take that little drop. And if you're out of control, if you got like your feet hanging off and you're shooting down that thing, it gets tricky.
It gets a little sketchy for sure, especially landing fakie.
So here is Luan back in action here at SLS. It's gonna be fun to see what he brings to the table.
Luan's always been a powerful skater, a lot of pop, a lot of speed. I think he can go at this course in a different way than most people.
Felipe, Gustavo, we've talked about, is it hometown advantage? In some ways, how about this? Last year we saw Braden Hoban win in San Diego, hometown crowd, that was his first win. We saw in France, Aurélien Giraud win in front of his hometown crowd in Paris. So maybe it's an SLS tradition. When SLS comes to your town, you get the win.
I mean, he's definitely going to have the weight of the crowd behind him. And the contest he did win in Sydney, there was a hubba, a little smaller of a hubba there. I think he excels when he excels on smaller hubbas, is what I'm trying to say, and that's pretty perfect for him right here.
Well, we caught up with Felipe Gustavo earlier this week and got his thought about this event.
So I'm really excited to have them in my hometown, to check it out where I'm from, which is how I want for everybody. You know, like, dude, my city is cool too, you know? Like, Brazil is not just Sao Paulo and Rio. So I'm really excited for that, for sure, like a dream come true. And then being a takeover is just cool, like more accessible, I feel like, you know? You can just be next to your like favorite pro skater right there, and you know, just be close, give me that more like a vibe, you know, be able to kind of hang out and watch the skate contest. It's gonna be amazing, bro. I can't wait. I feel good about the course. It's definitely something different, something new a little bit, you know. I mean, the takeover spot's kind of different when you can only build like 3 or 4 obstacles, you know. So what we have right now, I'm pretty hyped on it, you know, like it's pretty sick. Just know where I came from and what I did and what I'm still doing. That's gotta make you proud, you know? And I'm just really proud, man, really proud that, like, you know, for all these years, SLS is finally coming to my hometown. It's like a mark in the story, you know? For me, for the skaters in my hometown, and from Brazil too, so I'm really excited for this one.
In one of the coolest cities in the world, Brasilia. It's been incredible. Great weekend, great crowd. Felipe Gustavo getting ready for the men's final. And that was his wife sending him off with a good luck.
Felipe also has a child on the way.
Ooh, nice. Congratulations.
Chris Cole, I talked to Chris Cole about this back in the day, and he was saying when he first had kids, he skated the contest better than he ever had.
Because he had a new motivation.
He had a new motivation.
More diapers to buy.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're going to throw it down to Andrew Cannon.
Yeah, guys, I got to talk to Luan a little bit. You were talking earlier, I mean, obviously we're all kind of on Team Luan. We've seen him around for years, and he's got the best flick in skateboarding. And we were all like, oh, maybe he's going to launch off the thing. He said, he was like, it is scary. So I'll be curious to see if he goes there. Did you guys see him trying to go over those the flat ledges on the out? Saw him ollie it, so I'll be really curious to see if and what he can do over there. He said it's pretty long, but you know, we've seen him backside flip some crazy flat stuff in the past. So I think we're going to see some exciting tricks from Luan today.
Yeah, I did see him ollie over that stake out ledge, and he was flying. He was going so fast.
All right, taking a look at the tour schedule. We are in Brasilia, Brazil, for stop number 3, where we saw Raíssa Leal take the women's win earlier. Who's it gonna be today in the men's final? We'll be moving on to Cleveland, Ohio in August, and then Paris, France. We got to be announced spot takeover in November, and of course, São Paulo, Super Crown, December. Now let's take a look at the highlights from that first takeover in Santa Monica. This is the look back presented by 10X. That was fun to watch, seeing Chris Joslin get his first SLS win.
A very emotional win.
Yeah, well, he's been in the game for a long, long time, and you gotta imagine there's a lot of build up there. And then to finally see it all come together, this is fun to watch. Cool spots. Love these takeovers. It really forces the skaters to make some adjustments in a way, right? So, men's final coming up from Brasilia. Stick around for the best skateboarding in the world.
Eu não tô acreditando. Se for, eu vou surtar. Você ia chegar no dia 6 ou no dia 7. Só quero ver. O Patrick. E ele é perfeito. Ai, que incrível!
Cartões do bebê. Colecione momentos.
Eu quero ser prova de skate agora.
Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
Street League Skateboarding has been brought to you by Banco do Brasil, proud sponsor of SLS. 10X Health, precision wellness, where cutting-edge science meets your individual biology. True Skate, true control, true skill, true skate. Lucy, next level nicotine pouches. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. And by Dios Azul Tequila, embrace the spirit. Welcome back, everybody, to the 2025 SLS Brasilia Takeover, presented by Banco do Brasil. It's an overhead look at this Brazilian crowd and this incredible street course here in Brasilia, maybe the most beautiful city in the world. Let's talk about how this contest will break down in the basics, presented by Steak. 7 single trick attempts for each skater. Top 3 scores count towards the skater's final score. A tie is broken by a highest single trick score. That's the SLS Takeover best trick format. It's pretty simple and direct. We've got 3 of the best judges in the world. Scores are average, so a skater is really looking for 3 of their best tricks here on this course today. There's no more qualifying rounds, no more knockouts, no more wild card jams. This is the men's final. 9 of the best skateboarders in the world taken to this course, trying to put it down for the fans and all you watching at home and for skateboarding. And the first skater in today, coming through that wild card jam from Rio de Janeiro, the 16-year-old Mateus Mendes.
And then our number 1 wild card qualifier, Gabriel Alagar from Brazil.
And Ivan Monteiro, another Brazilian who's been around the world a million times, skating every contest. He is happy to be out here.
And one of my favorites, his trick selection is unmatched, Lucas Ribeiro.
And this guy, he's become an SLS veteran at the age of 18. Looking for his first win, Felipe Moda.
And the lone American, Dominic Walker, hitting him with the dance moves.
And the return of an absolute legend. The crowd is gonna go mental for this guy, Luan Oliveira.
Getting his back is a former champion, Giovanni Viana.
And the Oest of G's in SLS, Felipe Gustavo from right here in Brasilia, skating in front of his hometown crowd. It's gonna be a fun fight. So the crowd is jammed in. It is standing room only, down on the floor. The course is elevated. Even the landing area is way high up. If you're on top, ready to hit that hubba, it's scary up there. It's so high up, it's windy up there.
Yeah, it's a little colder and it's a little more windy.
And there's less oxygen. All right, Youngblood, Mateus Mendes, first in. Boom.
Mateus just came through a crazy wild card jam.
Yeah, and he's looking really confident, not nervous at all.
Yeah, heel flip, back lip.
Was that switch or is that regs? We'll find out.
Probably regular for that score. 7-1. The judges are being, it's a little harder to get a higher score on the rail than it is the hubba.
The hubba is way more hectic.
Yeah.
All right, Gabriel Aguilar worked his way through that wild card jam. This is his first attempt at 7. Ooh. Nice choice. Half cab blunt down the hub.
Definitely a cool looking trick. Popping fakie, locking in, did it perfect.
And we've seen that because of that slanted landing, a lot of tricks can go wrong that looked right. We've seen a lot of loop outs, backseat, shootout. So landing anything straight out the gate on that hubba is a great start. 7.8 for Gabriel. Ivan Monteiro, this guy has some of the most tech tricks. He's skated a million contests. He's a Phoenix Am winner.
We haven't seen him in a little while though, right?
He's been out there. We just saw him at that Far and High in France. So he's still traveling, doing it. We haven't seen him at SLS in a while. Boom, signature move, tray flip nose blunt.
Good way to get back into SLS right there.
Yeah.
Tray flip, nose blunt slide, perfect.
Where do you go from there is the question. That is a heavy move.
That's a heavy move. Ivan has a lot of tricks though.
8.4, great start. So, on deck, not Giovanni Viana, it's going to be Lucas Ravello right there. He finished second at the Jacksonville Super Crown back in 2021. He was this close to a win. Want to get back there. Fakie switch front blunt, AKA fakie back nose blunt. Depends how you want to call it. Not happening. How do you call it?
I say fakie back nose blunt.
So do I, but I got in a huge fight with Andrew yesterday about what it's called. He's like, that is not a fakie back nose blunt.
How do you fakie ollie into a switch trick?
That's what I told him. We'll have that conversation later. All right, Felipe Mota. Trying to come out with the heel flip back tail.
Felipe Mota rolled his ankle not all that long ago. He has a big brace on it right now.
Dominic Walker sounding very confident earlier in that interview with Andrew. I would like to see him put it all together here and get that win he's after.
And SLS podiums are used to seeing disorder hats on them, so.
It's usually worn by someone else.
Yeah.
All right, Luan Oliveira. He's back. Oh. Definitely taking an alternative approach. We have not seen anyone go that route yet this weekend.
Now, a manual trick in a contest is so hard too.
Giovanni Viana, 2023 Super Crown champion. He almost won it again last year. Oh! Face plant into the barrier, all smiles. What do you think? Is that gonna count for anything? Does that count for a lot?
I think it counted. Curious to see how far he rolled away. Cab front blunt. I mean, yeah, he technically landed it. It got very swirly at the end. Got a face full of Dios Azul.
Yeah, don't take out Raíssa. Ready for the crowd. Felipe Gustavo, winner of SLS Sydney, his first ever Street League win in 2023. That was after 9 years in the league. He's going to want to get another one here in front of his hometown crowd of Brasilia. Oh, yeah! They got Biggie playing down here. It was all a dream. Here we go. Nollie flip, no slide. Kind of shot off, but hung on, right?
Shot off. This Diaz Azul replay. I think he was going for crook. But I'd said that before one time, and he brought it back to me. He was like, no, I was going for no slide. I was like, are you sure? Solid start, 8-5, puts him into that first spot.
That's where he belongs.
Right out of the gate.
So, back to the top of the order. Mateus Mendez sitting in 5th place, 7.1. Young kid, first ever SLS appearance. Came through the wild card jam. All right, winner of the wild card jam earlier, Gabriel Aguilera. Nice. 180 nose grind the hard way. How much harder is it the hard way?
A lot harder the hard way. It's a lot of pop. So you have to get way up and over and then rotate almost late to clear the back truck around. And it's an awkward lock, too. Landing fakie into the bank.
A lot to navigate.
Made it look easy.
Not to bring up bad memories. Okay, Gabriel's sitting in first, but Ivan Monteiro, you may remember him from the 2018 Super Crown, where he tried that 360 flip lip and stuck and died.
Yeah, I was there.
He got broke off, but he made a recovery, and he can do all those tricks today. Ooh, 270 nose blunt slide for Ivan.
I think he lost a couple teeth.
He did, yeah, but he got them fixed right up. He hasn't been in an SLS event since 2019, so it's like 6 years. All right, Lucas Rebello wants to put this down, get something on the board. There we go. Fakie back nose blunt.
I know that might look easy, but fakie back nose blunt is so hard. Getting all the way over into that back nose blunt and then pulling it back out to fakie.
There's certain tricks that you don't even try unless you're incredible.
Yeah.
I'd put that on that list.
I'd agree with you there.
Man, Brazil loves its 90s hip hop, I'll say that much. They're good at it. All right, Felipe Moto. Does he go back to the heel flip back tail? Yes! Beautiful.
Wow. Heel flip back tail to straight.
As great as Felipe is, and as much as he's done, he's only been in one Street League final, and it was 2021. And he's done so much great skating and missed so many finals by like a 1/10 of a point.
Yeah, he's been right on the cusp. He has the tricks to do it. Just has to do it in the right time. 8.9 for heel flip back tail.
Let's see him keep that going.
Being a little stingy with the 9 club, these judges.
You're right. Wait, have we seen any 9s today?
No.
No. No, we haven't. Okay. Dominic Walker. It's a bummer. 0 for 2. Again, each skater gets 7 attempts, 3 count. Luan Oliveira has 2 SLS wins back in 2015. That was a decade ago. Oh, yeah! I don't think he touched down, did he?
It was close at the beginning.
Okay.
We're going to have to look at a slow-mo. I mean, I want to give it to him. We'll look at this right.
Ooh.
It was close.
I think you could make a case, say no touchdown. Oh, no.
Yeah. That's what's so hard about manual tricks. You got to be so precise. We'll see if the judges saw the wheel tap too.
I have a feeling they will.
They will, which would make it a 0.
Billy's such a hater. He's looking for that stuff. He can sniff it out. Here it is again.
Yeah.
So he got a 1.4 on his first attempt. He got that for basically kick flipping up and riding down.
Which, I guess, technically, he redid a trick, so.
So they're either deciding to score it. Yeah, so they're giving it a 0 because it was a repeat. There. Easy. The crowd's booing it.
Yeah.
Giovanni Viana, 2023 Super Crown champ, sitting in 6th place, looking for his 2nd score right here.
It's one of his signature moves. Frontside half cat back Smith. Just couldn't rotate enough.
I would imagine as many times as you do it, it's never going to be any less blind. But, all right, Felipe Gustavo, the man of the hour. Can he keep it going? He put down the nollie flip nose slide. Where does he go from here? Rebate.
It's a professional move. Take your time, reset.
Yeah, an amateur will just barge it.
Yeah, we're not in a rush here.
Going for the switch flip front tail.
Felipe loves a lot of angle for the switch flip tail. It doesn't seem like there's a ton. I know there's enough because we saw him do it in practice, but doesn't mean it's comfortable.
Mateus Mendez. All right, going for the switch heel front board.
Just missing the flick.
So yeah, he's goofy-footed, and that was a regular heel back that he did on the first go. Gabriel Aguilar back in, missing it.
Let's see if Ivan can crack this off. Shorties too. I haven't seen that shirt in a long time.
It's back big in Europe, which is a far away from San Diego. But Ivan repping it. Okay, here we go. 270. Back nose blunt. Not quite.
That was a good lock, too.
All right. Lucas Rebello. Sitting in 5th place. Got 1 score up. 5 attempts to get 2 more. Here we go.
Just misfired.
Felipe Moura looking for his 2nd make.
We are in danger of a full rack fail right now.
Let's not.
Come on, Dama.
This is a good time to say, hey, make a trick. If you have to not flip your board and make something, do that. Whoa. I was about to get psyched for the kickflip nose slide. Okay, Luan Oliveira. Taking a different route this time. Just power snap.
We gotta make them.
It really does show you how crazy the level of skateboarding is these days. When you see somebody like Luan out here, just kind of like, he's kind of playing around with it. He's not trying to win, because let's be real.
Yeah.
It's probably not possible. The level of skating is so outrageous that even a legend on his game is like, nah, I'm not even going for that.
Yeah, it's just also probably not a comfortable course setup for him. He doesn't feel like pushing it.
Giovanni Viana on deck. Oh! That one looked like it was going to be a bail.
Yeah, it did not look right at the start, but all is well now.
He hung on for dear life. Made it work. Wow, that was almost maybe wheel on top of the rail.
And the power slide out on the landing. Watch this. That's that half cab, backsmith. Look at this power slide. So sick. I love that. That should count for more.
So anyone with 2 scores has put themselves in a good spot at this point. 8.7. Giovanni Viana up on top with 2 out of 3 necessary scores posted. All right, Felipe Gustavo coming for his 3rd attempt. Just gonna want to put down a trick, get the points, keep it moving, build the momentum.
See if he can crack into this 9 club.
Completely missing the flick. Okay, skate coach Sean. Should Felipe continue with that or move on to a different trick?
I would go back to the nollie flip.
Standings after 3 attempts here from Brasilia. Giovanni Viana up on top, closely followed by Gabriel Aguilar. And then everybody else just looking for another make. Tejas Mendes. Whoa! He was very heel heavy on that. Somehow fought through it.
You're right, he does skate with a lot of maturity.
Right, like he had to adjust that on the fly and still made it clean.
Yeah, he just looks solid, strong, switch heel, front board.
Definitely that next generation. That come on, they're gonna take over. There's a torch being passed.
Next skater representing São Paulo, Brazil, 25 years old.
Gabriel Aguilar, attempt number 4. There we go.
And this is our first 3 score to be put down.
So we'll have a new leader.
Half cab backspin.
And again, he had to come through that wild card jam. Oh,
not the most dipped backspin in the world.
No contact, but still. Clean make. So it goes back to the question, you know, is it 8.7, great score. Is there an advantage to having put in the work in the wild card jam, or a disadvantage because now you're tired and everything is, your legs are heavy, it's more difficult?
Yeah, Gabriel seems to be handling it just fine though.
Yeah, and Mateus as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, both of them are in our podium at the moment.
So Ivan Montero, does he go back to this 270 nose block? Yes! Oh, he fought that landing. Managed to reel it back in. It looked like that might end up being a bail like 20 feet past the rail, but I'm not.
Yeah, his body wanted to keep turning, huh?
But he's just so good at, he's got his staple tricks, and that is one of them. He's made that trick a million times, so he knows what he's got to do.
That was clean.
Nice. So that'll be Yvonne's second score with 8.4. So back-to-back, double 8.4s. Good enough for second place. With 3 attempts still to go. All right. Keeping it rolling, Lucas Rebello. Attempt 4.
Oh. Going for that frontside 270. Is that front board?
To front board. That's the Chris Cole trick, right? Like that's the hard way 270 to rail.
Anytime you spin away from the rail, very hard.
All right. Fully.
Okay, representing USA Costa Mesa, 32 years old.
It's time to spark something off here, Doma.
Damo's gonna have to go 3 for 3.
He can do it. We've seen it. We've seen it before. Not easy out here on this course, in this altitude, in this wet wind, against these Brazilian skaters. Luan.
Looks like a fun manual pad, though.
I mean, it's like bombing a hill, man.
Yeah.
Let's get day one out here. All right, Giovanni Viano.
Day one could win Street League.
I'd love to see it. Let's get him in there.
Wow.
Hey!
All right. This has to be a 9. At least.
I like that. Let's go with it. Giovanni coming into that in 3rd place with 2 solid scores posted. Looking for an 8.6 to take the lead.
Just delivered a full cab nose grind. Perfect. So hard to cab with that precision.
There we go, 9.4! By far the biggest score we've seen. First 9 of the day, coming in with a 9.4. That was perfection.
Yeah. Spinning full 360 into a grind. Well-deserved 9.4.
Ooh, okay. Felipe Gustavo, last skater in this order. 4th attempt. There we go! Felipe Gustavo, perfection. Switch flip front tail.
And here we go.
Okay.
It just took 1.9 to get it. Now the door's open.
So another 9 coming our way?
100% another 9.
The crowd is going wild. And that right there, you can feel the momentum right there. Shift in Felipe's favor. Once his feet reconnected with that board, they weren't leaving again. .2. So Felipe Gustavo still down in 3rd place because he still has 2 scores on the board versus 3 for Gio and Gabriel. But he's got 3 more attempts.
The 2 scores he has, 8.5, 9.2, really solid. Leaving 3 attempts to just put down another hammer.
Giovanni could be tough to catch, but Gio, one of his scores is a 7.5. So it's going to be a battle, no question. Back to the top. 5th attempts. Mateus Mendes, the new kid, in 5th place. Winner of the wild card jam, Gabriel Aguilar in. There we go. Kickflip crook. He's trying to get rid of a 7.8.
Did it crook or no slide?
Take another look. Oh, sideways nose slide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the back 180 out juiced it a little more.
It hit truck for a microsecond.
Yeah.
But I did like that back 180 out.
Me too, add a little flair.
Juiz observa todos os detalhes. No replay ali, acho que o João achou. Vamos lá. 7.9.
7.9, so a 10th of a point improvement.
Those 10th of a point, they matter.
They do matter. Ivan Monteiro.
Está na beira ali, precisa de ponto para a terceira colocação pro pódio. Salva de palmas, Ivan Monteiro, Brasília! Ainda bem que deu tempo. Pra gente mandar a energia pro Ivan, vai dar salva de palmas, galera! Agora sim, vamos lá, Ivan!
Oh!
Nose slide goal in Rio, wow!
He fell off all the ledges.
Lucas Rebella, down in 7th place. He's got to make 2 of his next 3. He's got to stay over the board. Okay. Front 270, front board. Is that right?
I think so. Alley-oop, 270 front board.
Yeah. To fake it. Like that.
It's so hard to spin away from the rail and get the right turn in.
So he gets another make. He's going to have 2 more tries to put 1 more down. 8.8. Solid.
He's
Moves up in
within
the board.
striking distance.
Pressure's building for Felipe Mota here. He's got 3 attempts to make 2 tricks. Starts here. Beautiful. Nollie, big. Back tail. Felipe doing what he needs to do.
This is going to be a really good score. He did it so well. Yeah, nollie big, back tail to fakie going down.
Shout out Monica Torres up there. This is the Bank of Brazil 9-club replay for Felipe Mota. Nollie big back tail. He's in 3rd. Dominic Walker. It's time. He's got to go 3 for 3. He can do it. Yeah! He wanted that. Shove it out. I don't think it's necessary. Kickflip no slide. Let's get it going here, Domo. Kickflip, no slide, right in that landing. 7-7. Luan Oliveira on deck. High speed.
Oh, that's a big kickflip. And Luan is off course.
Current leader Giovanni Viana just trying to increase his lead at this point.
In a really good spot, being in first place with a 7.5.
Oh, wow. Cab back tail, fakie. So he will increase that lead. By how much? Is a cab back tail up in the 9s?
I don't think that's going to get him in the club, but it's definitely going to get him a solid 8 score. Very smart skating, too. Exactly what he needed to do.
Yos Azul replay. Beautifully filmed by our guy, Chase.
It's only fitting. He ran into the Diaz Azul sign earlier. Now he gets the replay.
8.9, you called it, Sean. So he betters his lead by 1.4 as we move on to Felipe Gustavo for his 5th attempt. Needs a 9.4 to take the lead. Oh, wow! Trying to reclaim some of that magic from Sydney.
And that's definitely, if he does it clean, that's a 9.4, 9.5. He couldn't have asked for a better lock-in. Just got a little ahead of him.
If that landing was flat, that would have been a make. The downhill bomb gets tricky.
If I'm Giovanni, I'm thinking that I'm gonna need a little bit more based on that Felipe attempt right there.
2 attempts still to go. Back to the top. Mateus Mendez, SLS rookie. Pulling the ripcord on the cab front nose. He's going to have 1 attempt left. Try to get up on that podium. Gabriel Aguilar, winner of the Wild Card Jam earlier today. He's put in so much incredible skateboarding here. That's
clean
energy.
Front flip.
That's a clean front
Yeah.
flip. Does that score?
If he thought he was tired, I think that answered the question.
Let's go. Needs an 8.1 to move into second. But he'd be setting himself up nicely for his final attempt.
I'm trying to think of how he was waxing his board. I don't know what he's going to try.
So close.
Back 3 flip board. That was fine. He was waxing the nose. I thought he was going to nose slide, and then he went back 3 kick flip.
Was he waxing a wheel well, maybe?
I thought he was waxing just the tip of the nose.
Maybe it's like a nervous tip.
Yeah.
Just wax anything. Lucas Rebello needs a 7.9 to move into second. Didn't get a truck on. A 1 puts him in third. He might get a 1.
Probably gonna get a 1 for a fakie back lip, I would imagine.
Here's another look.
Missing the truck on the Hurricane.
Oh.
Not enough rollaway, maybe? Because he jumped up?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Felipe Moda set up to claim the lead. A 9.2 gets him there. We've seen him come close so many times. Whoa. He was going for the 10.
Yeah.
Half flip back tail.
I like it though, that could shut the door.
So Damo needs to go 2 for 2. He sparked it off. His last try. Let's keep it going.
That's that drop at the end of the bank. It's just a little insult to injury. You fall, and then fall again.
Luan, he needs a 9.8 to move into third. It's not going to be this, but we want to see it. He's going to have one more attempt at it. Oh, man. Current leader. Now he is trying to get rid of an 8.7. 2 tries to go.
Is that full cab to Bennett?
Hopefully we find out this next try. All right, Felipe Gustavo needs a 9.4 to take the lead in front of his hometown crowd. Trying to get his second SLS win. Oh, wow! Nollie flip front nose bolts.
Couldn't have done it any better. Nollie flip straight on top, too. Wifey's excited for him. Look how good he locked in.
Okay, Sean, a 9.4 is what he needs to take the lead.
What do you get for the switch flip tail? 9.2. Yeah, this is a 9.4. Nollie flip front nose is definitely harder. He did it perfect. I think this is right on it. It could even be a little higher.
9.4 to get it done. Felipe Gustavo takes the lead in front of all of Brasilia.
The trick of the contest so far.
So, Rack, last trick attempt in this men's final at stop 3. SLS Brasilia takeover presented by Banco do Brasil. Dominic Walker will be first skater in, and Felipe Gustavo will have the last word here today. All right. Let's send this off on a high note. Dominic Walker.
The only American in the contest getting dominated by the Brazilians.
We just want to see him rip it, whatever it is. Oh, brutal run out. Damo still stoked.
Really
Love the
psyched
hype.
to see Damo out here.
Oh, sure.
He was just on the road for a couple weeks skating street, came straight from that trip to Brasilia.
And it's another world. To go from street skating to skating in an environment like this is just pretty crazy. You kind of got to train for this.
Yeah, and I imagine he's going back to the tour van right after this.
All right, this just in. Luan Oliveira is not going to take his final attempt. We saw him limp off on attempt number 6, so we're going to keep it moving. Mateus Mendez in for his final attempt. He can get on the podium with a 9.7. Bails out of the cab front nose slide, but a great showing here today from Mateus Mendez, making it through that wild card jam all the way to the men's final.
I'm so impressed with him, the way he skated all day today. Really sick style, cool trick selection.
Next up, Ivan Montero needs an 8.1 for third. So if he goes back to this 270 flip lip and gets it, he is waxing the nose.
That's what I was tripping on. It doesn't, maybe it's for the scoop on the 360.
There you go.
Let it release a little bit easier.
Oh, he ran out of rail. So he is out. Definitely disappointed. Only landing 2 out of a possible 3. He'll get him next time. Lucas Rebello coming in next. Looking for his 3rd score. A 7.9 puts him on the podium. Doesn't get it. Felipe Mota, only ever been in one SLS final. A 7.0 gets him on the podium. A 9.3 or better puts him in 1st place.
And if he goes back for that cab flip back tail, that is definitely higher than a 9.3. So, I mean, Felipe Mota has a good chance right here.
Comes down to this. Can he make it?
Oh!
Overshot it.
Such a complicated trick.
Podium is set. Final results are not. This is the 2025 SLS Brasilia Takeover Men's Final. Top 3. Here we go. Gabriel Aguilar. Out. Comes down to Giovanni Viana and Felipe Gustavo.
Legal, galera. Gabriel já sabe, já tá no pódio. 3ª posição aí, salva de palmas, Gabriel Aguilar.
So Giovanni Viana.
Ali o organizador dizendo em décimo, agora as notas têm que ser altas entre eles.
I think Gio just needs an 8.8.
Giovanni Viana on deck.
8.9.
8.9 or better. Puts him in first place and puts the pressure back on Felipe Gustavo. 2023 Super Crown champ, trying to get his second win here in SLS. Can he do it? Here in Brasilia, we'll find out right now.
Oh.
He doesn't do it. And congratulations to the man of the hour, the hometown legend. Getting it done in front of his home city. I think he'll tell you, he worked his whole life for this moment.
15 years in the making, skating a contest here.
Biggie is playing throughout this arena. That's cool.
That's so sick. Our host for the week, taking home the Debbie.
He's still got to take his final attempt. This is for the love, the crowd, the homies, for skating.
I would have launched my board in the crowd already.
Right?
Oh.
Galera, isso é resultado de uma vida dedicada ao skateboard, de uma família que ama.
We've seen a lot of amazing moments in Street League, Sean. This is another one.
Parabéns pro Felipe Gustavo. A gente dá parabéns para toda a sua família, Paulo Júnior, para a mãe do Felipe, para a esposa que está lado a lado. Um cara que é uma pessoa nota 1000. O cara que tem as suas convicções religiosas, que tem a sua fé. Na moral, Brasília, salva de palmas para Felipe Gustavo e família! Vai ser pai agora! Uau!
We talked about the tradition of Braden Hoban winning in front of his San Diego crowd, and then Aurélien Giroux winning in front of the crowd in Paris, his hometown. And then Felipe Gustavo, the first ever SLS stop here in Brasilia. And Felipe Gustavo gets his second win in 10 years. There's his dad, who famously sold the family car to pay for Felipe to get to Tampa Am.
Felipe might owe his dad a car now.
That's cool. This is how he did it. First try, nollie flip nose slide. Switch flip front tail. Nollie flip front nose slide. Oh!
And it wasn't easy. He had to overcome some awkward tries on the switch flip front tail.
Yeah,
nollie flip front nose got away from him. He stuck with it.
You're right. You felt that momentum kind of shift away from him. Like, ooh, maybe he's not going to get it done here. Maybe it's not set up for him, but he's going to stick with it. And he stuck with it. Take a look at these final results. It's all Brazil. But there's no other story here today than Felipe Gustavo. Skating out of here with a 27.1 in front of his hometown crowd of Brasilia. Giovanni Viana taking home second, and Gabriel Aguilar, the rookie SLS skater, making it through that wild card jam and landing on the podium. And with that, we'll take a look at our monster highest scoring trick, and we've got two of them. Cab, back nose grind, Giovanni Viana for the 9.4. That is just textbook.
So insane.
And of course, the man of the hour, Felipe Gustavo, nollie flip front nose slide.
The trick of the contest.
Trick of the contest. Trick of the year right now, come on, let's give it up. Felipe Gustavo.
Nollie flip front nose.
It's gotta feel good. And a baby on the way. Reveal party tonight. He invited us over to his house earlier today, Sean. I'm going.
Oh my God.
I'm there, dude.
Now that he secured the check.
Let's go. All right. Raissa Leal and Felipe Gustavo putting their names on that list from Brasilia, SLS Spot Takeover 2025. With 4 stops still to go, we are on the road to the Super Crown in Sao Paulo, Brazil, this December. And Andrew has got our winner. Take it away, Andrew.
Felipe, you have been working your entire life for this moment. How does it feel?
Man, it feels different from my hometown. I mean, like, I don't even know the words. I know God had a better plan for us, you know, and I'm so excited that be able to do this in my hometown, man. It's a different experience. I love everybody to show some love during my whole career, bro. It's been a long career coming, and then I'm so excited. You know, I feel it's just the beginning again. I'm excited. I'm happy. My family's happy. I hope the whole Brasilia is like set on fire, you know. I hope we can like motivate a new generation after this event. And man, no words. Tears of joy, brother.
Felipe, congratulations, man. It was amazing. Now, I have to ask, you started off strong with that nollie flip nose, and the switch flip tail was giving you trouble. At any point, did you start to lose hope?
Bro, I literally thought my nollie flip front nose was the last one. And I'm like, all right, cool, we good. And they're like, oh, one more. I was like, what? Because I missed the switch flip tail. I didn't know if it was 2 or 3. But it worked out, you know. Just the only and the last trick. So.
How are you going to celebrate this win? You've got something special coming up right after this.
Man, I'm going to celebrate with my family. A bunch of my friends are here. And then I'm gonna bring this to the church today, bro. This is one of the biggest moments in my life for sure. Thank you, brother.
Amazing, Felipe. Congratulations. Truly a stunning performance here in Brazil.
Wow.
It couldn't get better than that.
So congratulations once again to all the skaters here from Brazil, but especially Raissa Leal for taking home the win on the women's side, and Felipe Gustavo for getting his second ever SLS win, doing it in front of his hometown crowd of Brasilia in style and grace. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Conseguiu trazer esse incrível evento aqui para a cidade, que foi um sucesso total, e ele honrou todos vocês, consagrando o grande campeão dessa primeira